have only one thing left to say, which I think it's important that you all know. Our father was a very lucky man. He was very gifted, he was very blessed, and he enjoyed very good health. So I'm going to talk about his last mile. His last mile. We have only had 3 scares in his life for his health. The first was in 2017, 2018. Is Dr. Silverstein still here? I know he had patients to go to. Dr. Silverstein has been his doctor for 40 years. And in 2017, 2018, he had a problem with his first and second vertebrae, where the cartilage between had eroded. We took him to London. He was getting paralyzed. We took him to London. He was there for about a month. Best doctor that you could find. He came back, and his doctors were predicting that he would probably walk in about a year to 18 months. They were being optimistic. Our father, with his strong mind, his positive spirit, in 6 months, he was going to the office. Give him a big clap. The second time was COVID, the original COVID, where both mom and dad got COVID. And when we took dad to hospital, the same Dr. Silverstein told us from a quick scan of his lungs, it looks like 90% of his lungs have got water. He almost intimated that it would be a miracle for him to come out of this. Mom was not so bad. But I can tell you within 3, 4, 5 days in that COVID ward at Nairobi Hospital, he was calling us at midnight and 1 o'clock because he didn't know the time, saying, "Can you come and get me out of this place? I'm fine." And sure enough, after 1 week, he walked out. That is my father. But last year, we kept taking him to hospital and we didn't know quite what was wrong. And around September last year, Dr. Silverstein calls us to the office. And he tells us that your father has a condition that medically there isn't quite a cure. He called it amyloidosis. Something we had never heard before. So amyloid, it's a disease, enters the red blood cell and catches the protein in the blood. And as it travels through the bloodstream, it folds. So that protein continually gets into muscles of the body. That folded amyloid had folded and entered the heart in large quantities. He's treated my father for heart disease and heart problems and heart checkups for many, many years. And this was just something that he had not, and nobody, he says, really looks for. So he felt that this amyloid that had lodged into his heart was now causing him heart failure. So we asked our siblings, what do we do? Doctor said that there is a stem cell treatment that maybe we can try. It's on trial. And it's in America. So he contacted his friends and called us back after about 2 weeks. And they said that particular treatment is on trial. It's going to cost a lot of money. And they have to really assess whether they're going to do it for our father at the age of 92. We said money is not an object. We are going to pay. We are going to look for the money. That's not a problem, no matter how much it is. The doctors declined. We pleaded again. We said we'll indemnify. The doctors declined. So our father, my mother's husband, who had done everything in his life to make sure that we have a very decent living, had done everything for us that any possible father, husband could do, beyond his obligations. We could not save him. And we as siblings decided that we are not going to tell him. And we also did not tell our mother. And we got our doctor to vow to us that he will not tell them either. So from September last year, we have been painfully watching heart failure set in and not being able to do anything for him. It has been a very trying period. He left us last Friday, and I can tell you he left us with a smile. He left us with positivity. He literally chose the day that he wanted to go. I want to just say one other thing. That they say, and maybe Bishop, you correct me, that God's purpose for mankind is to come and extend his kingdom of heaven here on earth. I want to say that my father did everything to extend the kingdom of heaven here on earth, adding value to everybody that crossed his path. We thank you, Lord, for him, and we shall continue his legacy. Thank you very much, all of you.